question and answer session with the three Kokomo school board candidates that the UAW is sponsoring. These questions were submitted by the membership, so we'll get their interest on how they would respond to these questions. So first question is for Isaac. Would you agree or disagree that a school board member's top priority is the achievements of the students? And if so, how do you plan to protect the interest of the student? If no, please explain why.
Yes, I do agree that the achievement of the student is our top priority. And how I will go about obtaining that? Well, if a student is being disruptive in class, I will not reward bad behavior with something good. I will have that student removed from the class so it won't affect the other students and their learning. And that student will be dealt with right away. Make sure that that student know the consequences of their behavior, and they can also choose to be rewarded for good behavior. That's it.
Appreciate that answer. Norcy, this question here is for you. In building positive relationships throughout the district, how do you plan to build that relationship with the district staff?
Well, in building positive relationships throughout the district, I plan to leave myself open to new ideas and to be as responsive as I can and be where we can get along with each other. We may not agree all the time, but I'm sure we'll agree some of the time. But everyone else has to be open to everyone's ideas and receptive to the ideas. Even if you don't agree with the idea that they may have, you have to be receptive and transparent. Thank you.
Thanks, Norcy, for that answer. Warren, question is for you. School boards are the voice in public education. How do you plan to connect with the community? And is it okay for their members of the community to approach you when they see you out in the community?
So, excuse me, Matt, great question. I do feel that anybody that's a public figure is approachable in public, as long as it's done respectfully and with civility. And one of the ways I would further expand on that would be to make sure that the school board meetings are open to the public, where the public can voice their concerns, their issues with the school board, and be transparent with our dealings. So yes, I'm okay with being approached as long as it's done respectfully and making sure that the school board is listening to the voice of the working people of Kokomo.
Appreciate that answer. Thank you. Isaac, we'll go back to you. This question is, what is your effective path forward for the foundation of public education?
Well, my effective path forward and the foundation relies on two words: equity. That means fairness. And each child does not learn the same, but my responsibility and the teacher's responsibility is to meet each child where they are and make sure that that child will not be left behind. And in dealing with business, have a reasonable mind, and a sensible concept of dealing with problems.
Thank you.
All right.
Norcy, this question is for you. Why are you interested in running for the school board? How will you make a difference?
I'm interested in running the school board because I feel I can make a difference in children's lives as well as the parents. I'd like to see more involvement with the parents. I'd like to see the board meetings become an open forum so that the children's parents can come in, because a lot of times parents are dealing with the same issues and they don't know that there are other children that have the issues that they have. And being able to attend the meetings and see what's going on in the meetings, that gives them a light onto other issues. And then you can get ideas of how to handle different issues. And I feel like that I can make a difference in trying to make this happen. And I think the parents and children both would be much happier, and even the teachers, because knowing what's going on in the school from the teachers as well as the students and the parents is something that we all need to share.
Thank you, Norcy. Great answer. Warren, this question is for you. Do you plan to bring more parents' interest into what the school board is voting on?
So that would definitely be a consideration, Matt. I think that the school board should listen to the voices of parents, and when ideas and that are brought forth, if they are something that the school board can work with, yes, I think we should implement them as much as possible, because we, like I said, are the voice of the parents. You know, they dictate what they would like to see, and then the school board, as a body, you know, kind of oversees that and does what's best for all of the kids in the district. And if the parents have some ideas, I'd say bring them to the table. Let's discuss them.
Appreciate that answer. This question here will be for all three of you, and we'll start off with Warren. What are your goals when you become a school board member?
So one of the goals will be to implement a Head Start program, an early childhood program. I'm no expert at this time on all of the facets of education, but I can tell you from my personal experience, having attended Head Start as a child has helped me tremendously. I didn't realize it at the time, but as I look back now, going to Head Start back in the early 60s has benefited me. And so I would make sure that we have early childhood education classes, special need classes. I think we need to expand upon those. And then the other thing I would hit on is, I know right now we have the transformational zone at some of the schools in the Kokomo district, and that's about to end. So I would look to put something else in place that would be a long-term fix to raise the grades in some of the schools that are right now operating below state average as far as reading and math scores. So that would be a couple of the things I would look at.
Thank you for that answer. Norcy, same question for you. What are your goals when you become a school board member?
My goals as a school board member is to bring parental values, teacher values, because a lot of teachers don't have, it's just a job to them. As when we were in school, teachers took to the children, and it was more than a job because they loved what they were doing. And I would like to see that come back into the classrooms. And I think if that comes back into the classrooms, that'll make everybody happy and things will change altogether, as well as parental involvement. And I just feel like that's some of the things that need to come back into the classroom to help the students, the teachers, the parents, and this whole school system as a whole. Thank you.
Thanks, Norcy. Isaac, same question for you. What are your goals when you become a school board member?
Well, first of all, to learn the system and how the system works, and then work towards a balance between the students, the parents, the teachers, and the stakeholders. And whatever that balance would look like, that's fine. My main objective is to make sure that the students achieve in reading at grade level, and make sure that each child will not be left behind.
Appreciate that answer. This concludes our questions for this session. I appreciate you guys taking these questions. These, like I said, were submitted by members from Local 685, and shows their concerns with them being in the community and those in that district. And I wish you guys luck, and everybody, please support these. These are our members, and get out and vote. Thanks.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.